Hey, today is the day. I am very excited to watch Lionel Messi play in the World Cup final today. Maybe this is the year he gets it. I don't know. This game is going to kick off in a couple hours. So, in light of that fact, I am going to watch Lionel Messi versus physics. Loads of you have requested this in the comments of my videos. So here we go. Lionel Messi versus physics.
He takes the moon and all the planets into consideration before he detonates this one. It's the calculus of a goal solved in a nanosecond. Messi beats the laws of physics. He knows the laws of physics, but they don't know him. That's where he lives. He lives in the magnetic spectrum of genius. And it confused Einstein. It doesn't confuse Leo Messi. I tell you what, if Isaac Newton was watching this man, he'd be saying, boy, was I wrong. It's just what Einstein called a spooky action over distance.
What a great commentary.
In the heavens after Lionel Messi. So Isaac Newton from up above looks down and says about that gravity thing, I was wrong. Messi was right.
The pause. One of the commentator here is the GOAT. This is very creative commentary of football here.
Rapidly, this balance is astonishing. His feet are taken, applies the brakes, gets on the other side of the defender. It's amazing. Look at his balance. Better balance than a waiter on a very rocky cruise ship. He stays upright.
This man.
His ability to stay with the ball.
Got knocked down, he got straight back up again. It was a good 10 seconds of Messi magic. I'm sure there's a magnet in that.
Well, look at the strength, Kevin, to hold off the challenge and then running at the four defenders inside. Picks the spot.
It's a great touch. That little stumble drill there where he stays on his feet after getting knocked down and then gets up to return to the ball.
Go at defenders at pace. Keep that ball more or less tied to your foot. It's just absolutely astounding.
Snobs, you don't measure that by statistics. It's immeasurable. When you see this run again, Phil Shane, in your statistics, you tell me, how do you measure somebody that could balance a balloon in a wind tunnel on a needle?
A balloon in a wind tunnel on a needle.
Here's Messi. Colour trying to run his after him, but he's on the ground and Messi's still running.
He is so nimble and so strong as well. Great balance.
Now Messi leaves the defender on the floor. And again.
His touch with the ball, man.
No foul. Oh, Messi does ever so well on the ground.
There's no space. There's no time. And that means nothing to Messi. Einstein looking down and saying, I have to have a talk with this guy. He knows something I don't know.
This commentator is really obsessed with Messi.
Cuts back to his right, tucks it around.
In physics.
Makes the rabbit pop out of the hat.
As constant as a northern star and twice as radioactive. Absolutely genius again when we look at it again. The trajectory is perfect. The spin, the dynamics.
Pause. All right, so I know how difficult this is after playing for the first time. The other day I went out and I kicked a football for the first time in my life. I had a friend of mine who was training me, and dribbling up the pitch, legitimately. We went up the pitch just dribbling about 4 times, and not a single time was I able to keep the ball with me the entire way up the pitch. Every single time I would lose it at some point. My touch would be off, and the ball would shoot way out ahead of me, or I would get tripped up over my feet. I know that it's very difficult to do now that after I've tried it. And just to watch Messi's ability to keep the ball basically glued to his foot as he's, maneuvering these congested areas where there's 3 or 4 defenders around him, and he's all alone, but somehow he keeps the ball and the defenders are looking around like, where did it go? It's very, very amazing. Definitely defies physics, as the color commentator is. Why do we call him a color commentator? That's confusing. All right, here we go.
Beautiful.
Messi, mesmerising stuff. Messi, in his own time, taking on all comers again, and
Is there any room? If there isn't any, he'll find it more often than not.
So tight, congested, you think he can't get through. It's impossible. We watch him do this week in, week out. Look at that. And then he slots it underneath the goalkeeper. It's just unbelievable football.
He reels his way through. There's no time or space here for Messi. Imagination in 3D. He sees all of his angles, he sees all of the options, and he says, I see you lads, I don't need you.
Touch from Messi. Close control was mesmerising.
Mark, and all he needs, a man of his quality, is half a yard, because how he pulls the trigger with hardly any backlift, I'll never know. It's such magical work from him.
Messi whittles away from two.
Comes it back to Messi. Messi trying to get away from Fontas and succeeding. Astonishing from Messi.
The guy's a magician. I mean, the
I
size of him. he should have
don't
been
see
able
him
to-
making headers often.
Messi scaling the heights. Absolutely stunning header.
He's only 5'7".
Into the middle, the header! And Messi does it again.
Messi's header. Messi's goal.
Look at that, the strength, the power in his neck muscles to get that. It's just staggering.
Stands 5'4",
Look at
jumps 6'4".
Oh, it's a fabulous header. Anybody...
Is he 5'4" or 5'7"?
He's number 10.
Messi, smallest guy on the pitch, and he still wins the ball.
And he bids it over Cristiano Ronaldo, who was tremendous with his vertical leaping.
And you, Rio.
Yeah, even when you get tight around him, he finds a way to get through. He's that good. He sees this type of stuff clear. Other players, it goes hazy and they don't see it clear. He does. I just feel that he, in his own eyes and his own vision, the game just slows down for him.
Yeah.
He plays in slow-mo because it comes to him so easy and so naturally.
He slows everything down in his mind and is able to make decisions that end up in goals, and does it weekend after weekend.
He's almost never one-on-one either, because they want to swarm him with defenders,
You know, he sees
and he
things
still gets out of it
we don't
constantly.
see, I wouldn't even consider.
I hope I see some of this again today.
Even attempt
in his World Cup final,
You sit here, I'm
last
looking
World
in the
Cup for
stands
him.
sometimes and looking at people, looking to the sky, saying, "How is he doing that?"
And what is actually crazy, you guys have to understand that he's virtually on the same step. He's coming back on his right foot. And now that it's not logical, because if I try to do that, obviously it's kind of smaller. If I try to do that, you'll fall.
Sometimes you've just got to say he was too good.
2 against 4, but one of them is Messi.
Yeah, 2 against 4, but one of them is Messi.
Tucks it in. Flips it by Di Maria. A masterpiece from Messi.
He actually puts negative spin on the ball, but look at this ball. We talk about mutant fly's eye vision, and we don't see it. The genius of the pass is that it gave him time where there was no time ahead of it. He's got 2 balls to pick out, and he goes for the
Time where there was no time.
pass. Well, impossible is nothing for Lionel Messi.
You see passes I don't even see.
Extraordinary, almost extraterrestrial.
Messi. Close control. It's extraordinary. The balance and the strength. It's still Messi.
Messi, first touch from him.
Oh, wow.
It doesn't seem to
Pitch
matter what
conditions.
conditions are like
Look,
for
that
Messi.
ball just
Taking
stops.
advantage of the ball breaking there.
It's absolutely unbelievable. Even in a pond of water in the middle of the pitch, Leo Messi capable of getting away from 3 or 4 opponents.
It's unbelievable.
Nice footwork. Here's Messi. Messi gets away into the space, even though the pitch is holding up. Messi keeps going.
Mind you, such a footballer, Lionel Messi walks on water, doesn't he?
Messi being shadowed by Marc Roca. Messi turning on.
He's just got superhuman powers. He can do things that no other footballer has ever been able to do, and he makes it look so simple.
Measured by records, but this is beyond measurement. Look at them converge on him. 4 players, like little failings to a magnet, and he leaves them. Football is the labyrinth. Messi is the Minotaur.
Dude, this commentator is the GOAT. Probably the best commentator I've ever heard.
This game because he is setting new standards.
All right, so he's making a great point, though. We measure players by achievements. We measure players by wins and losses. We measure players by goals and stats and achievements, but it's impossible to measure those moments on the field or the pitch when you've got 4 defenders around a guy and he dribbles his way out of it. And you know, just the magical moments that you see him pulling off, or the magical passes, you know, that he pulls off, and you know, the likelihood of them converting into goals is actually not that high, but there are moments of magic that you see from him. And how do you measure that? You can't measure that with stats. You know, we have a similar thing in American football, where we like to judge quarterbacks based off of wins and losses, based off of have they won a championship. And you know, it's ultimately a team sport, and so it's kind of unfair to judge players strictly off of their achievements and their goals. Man, when you watch him play, forget about the stats, forget about the achievements, forget about goals. Just watch him play, and you'll see that he does defy physics. It's kind of insane. I can't wait to see him play today. The game will be kicking off at, I think, 8:45 or 8:30 or something like that today for me. It's an early game, but I'm excited to see the magical Messi today. If you like what you saw in this video and you like football, you like reactions to football, subscribe to my channel. I've got loads of other reactions to football. I'm falling into an obsession with this game. I really, truly love it. So if you want to join my journey and watch me learn and watch me develop into a football fan, then you can go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Like this video, comment, share it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.